Oh, we are live. What's happening, everybody? It's Eric J. Olson coming at you live from the Array Digital offices here in Chesapeake, Virginia. And today I have Joe, one of our most recent employees here at Array Digital, joining us to kind of say hi. What's up, Joe?
What's up, Eric? How are you, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing great.
Good.
So, you've been with us for about 3 weeks now, something like that?
Maybe a little less. 2?
2 weeks?
Yeah.
It seems like such a long time. No, just
Time flies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Joe, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you're doing here?
Sure. My name is Joe Dudak. I am digital sales specialist with Array, and I'm bringing about 20 years of experience in sales and marketing to the team. Look forward to growing our footprint and helping contribute on our journey to 100 million. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
100 million. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
So Joe is based in Virginia, as are we. We're in Chesapeake, Virginia, right by Virginia Beach and the ocean. But Joe's a little bit farther away from the ocean than we are. Where are you from, Joe?
So I live in Roanoke. I'm nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, so across the state. So we are expanding and taking it across the state. So in Blue Ridge Mountains, I miss the coast. I lived at the beach for 6 or 7 years, Charleston and Wilmington. So I miss it from time to time, but love those mountains.
Well, after this whole COVID thing passes, you can come visit.
I will.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah.
And I'll be in Roanoke.
And vice versa.
What tell us a little bit about just kind of like your past experience, what you've done recently, and have you always been in sales? Did you kind of do something before that?
No, I mean, I've been in sales all my life. I mean, went to school after high school, went to college for a little bit, got a job in the car business, and I'll tell you, I made a lot of money real fast, and it kept me involved in the auto industry for a long time. So maybe a blessing and a curse. It was a love-hate relationship, but I love the people, and that's what's important. So been in sales all my life, a lot of auto experience, dealt with some real nice European motorcycles, most recently as a finance manager for a BMW, Ducati, and Triumph store. So just big toys, that's all.
Do you have a motorcycle?
Yeah, I just sold my Ducati. It's gone, man. Yeah.
Those are pretty fast, right?
They come and they go. I mean, they make them every day.
I've been wanting to get a motorcycle for so long, and I'm just like, for a long time, it was my kids were the excuse, but now they're a little bit older. And so, if something happens on the motorcycle, they'll be okay without daddy. But when they were young, that was the excuse. Now I don't really have an excuse. I just need to get one eventually.
You know, the only problem with it, and we both ride bicycles and stuff. The only problem with a motorcycle is if you fall off of it, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, and
so much fun.
Distracted drivers, I would imagine that's a big concern.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like anyone actually uses their cell phone while they're driving, because that's illegal.
Never seen it.
So Joe's an ultra marathoner. Is that the right phrase?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Long distance. So I do long distance trail running events. Basically, anything marathon distance or greater. 50K, 100K, up to 100 miles. And these are typically long trail running events over varied terrain in the mountains, which is what makes them interesting, and probably I mostly do that because it's a supported thing, so you can't go run 50 miles on your own because you can't carry all that gear. So it's an opportunity to get around some really cool people, experience a wide variety of people, and transcend what you think you're capable of. So one of the things that I love about sales is discovering new ways to figure out what makes people do what they do, right? And the same thing applies to long distance trail running, right? Everybody is capable of so much more than they think they are. They just don't know it yet. And so I do ultra marathon.
No, I completely agree with both statements when it comes to any kind of physical activity. If you put your mind to it and you come up with a plan, you can do it. So, like
Yeah.
as an example, I did my first half Ironman this past September,
Right
and
on.
I had never done anything like that before. Certainly not at that distance, and for that duration, it was over 5.5 hours of pure all-out exercise. But I came up with a plan and I executed the plan, which is a training plan. And if you do that, you'll accomplish your goal. Now,
Right.
maybe the first time you won't get like the scores that you want or like the time that you want, but you're going to finish, right? And then the next time you'll get faster, the third time you get faster. So, yeah, you come up with a plan. And I agree with you when it comes to sales and especially what we do with digital marketing. Like one of the things that I really like about it is a lot of times when we talk to a client, they're kind of stuck. They don't really know what to do. They know that they need to do some sort of marketing. They know this like internet thing is like taking off, and maybe they've done advertising on billboards or TV in the past, and it's just not quite doing what it used to do. But they
Right.
don't know where to go. They don't know where to start, and they don't know like if they've even done something. They're not even sure if it's good or not. They're kind of stuck. And so what I like about it is helping these clients get unstuck. All right,
Right.
you look at everything that they've got, everything they're doing, and then you can give them pointers and be like, all right, well, you're doing great over here. Don't worry about that. But this over here needs a little bit of help, and we can help you.
Right. Right. And the reason why I'm in digital now, it's not going anywhere. I mean, digital media is not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger. It's going to constantly evolve, just like us. We're constantly making changes and making tweaks. If you can measure it, you can grow it, right?
Yeah.
So that's yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Same
totally agree.
thing. Same thing. Yeah, running business. It kind of does that.
I need to share a chart with you. I wish I would have prepped it for this live, but it shows the advertising spend in aggregate in the United States over the last 20 years. And for media like billboards, TV, newspapers, it's dropping,
Right.
right? Internet is doing just the opposite. So we're in a really good place right now. And I mean, we have all the tools that we need to get our clients in front of their ideal prospects. But hey, man, you got some fan mail over here. Look at this. We got like
All right.
Mr. Kevin Daisy.
All
Give me a
right.
shout out.
I
That's
can't
not
see.
it.
I'm not
But
wearing
wait, there. Oh, you
my.
can't even read it. But wait, there's more.
Thanks.
Oh, you can put your glasses on so you can read this. Go ahead.
Okay.
I told Joe to take his glasses off
Yeah.
because of the shine.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
had to do,
Seville in the house.
and I had to do the same thing. So,
Yeah.
well,
Hi.
hold on. This is a
Yeah.
great screenshot.
Yeah.
Me and you.
Oh wait, here we go.
Oh yeah, you got to put it back on. Yeah. All right, I got it.
Yeah. 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 I like Charlottesville. Charlottesville's it's beautiful. Yeah. So.
Charlottesville is beautiful. I mean, not a great school there. It's not Virginia Tech,
Right.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. UVA is okay. It's okay. No, I love driving through there because it seems like with Charlottesville, that's when the mountains just not even mountains, just the hills start, and then by the time you get out to your area, it's turning into a little more rugged terrain.
Yeah. Once you pass Crozet and go up Afton, you're in the mountains proper at that point, I think. Afton
Yeah.
Mountain. Yeah. Crozet. Mm-hmm.
The runs that you're doing, these ultras, are they like overnight kind of things, 24-hour deals, or is it just distance and it's as long as it takes for you to run that distance?
Yeah, yeah. So usually there are cutoffs, and so it should really be called foot racing, Eric, because honestly, 100-mile race it's they call it a 100-mile run, but I mean, very few people are literally running the whole 100 miles, right? I mean, you walk, you hike the hills, it's on foot, and it's start time and there's a cutoff time, and some of the bigger ones that I've done, like I've done 700s, maybe 800 milers, and
Like
they're
at once?
100 eight different races.
You've done okay, all right.
Yeah.
Eight 100-mile races.
Yeah, that's yes, yeah.
I was gonna say that's wow, 800 miles. That's impressive.
I don't know that that's possible. Actually it might be possible. Who knows? But yeah. So they're timed events, but the quickest I've ever done one is about 20. 21 hours and 17 minutes. And that was a hilly race in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And then the Massanutten took about 30 hours over in the Massanuttons, which isn't far from you. Yeah, and I'll tell you what I am in respect to this long distance running. One of the things that I'm most proud of is have you heard of Everesting before?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. People are doing that on bicycles now, and essentially the concept, for those of you that don't know, is Mount Everest is at 29,029 feet, and you basically ride a bicycle up one single hill until you've accumulated 29,029 feet in elevation. I think there's thousands of people that have done it on bikes. On July 4th, there's a 2.6-mile trail off the Blue Ridge Parkway near Peaks of Otter, Virginia, that it's 2.6 miles and it gains right at 1,000 feet, 800 feet. Anyway, I did it 20 times in one shot. It took 30 hours and 16 minutes, but so I accomplished this Everesting goal, which is probably the hardest thing I've ever done because it was all self-supported. So run to the top of the mountain, run back down the mountain, technical terrain. My car is at the bottom, which is essentially a getaway car.
But that's also like your base camp.
It was my base camp, but yeah, sometimes it was hard to leave that car. But again, self-transcendence, find out what we're capable of, just like what we're doing on our journey to 100 million. We find out what we're capable of, and then we go significantly beyond that point to achieve something that's mega.
Yeah, man.
Man.
The self-supported aspect is more difficult than it sounds, actually. So I applaud you for that. When we did the half Ironman, we were supposed to do it in an organized race, but it got canceled. So we decided to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And the logistics of putting together a 70-mile race with 3 disciplines, it was extremely challenging. Like, I mean, the hardest part, honestly, was even finding the pool, because pools have reservations at the YMCA. And I had to basically beg my way into a pool for 3 lanes because there were 3 of us. And then figuring out, like, where cars had to be parked so you had food and water in there. I mean, it was a lot. So, it's worth entering an organized race just for that logistical support.
Exactly. So yeah, because it just makes something that's super hard a whole heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, man.
All right, Joe. Well, hey, man, where are you going to be focusing your efforts? So we have 3 segments we support.
Right.
So law firms, medical practices, home services professionals, all throughout the United States. Where do you think you're going to be focusing?
I love the home services idea. I mean, it's pretty broad spectrum. I mean, whether you're doing foundation repair or putting a roof on a house or fixing plumbing that's gone bad, there's just a lot of options there. I feel like it's an easier target to break into, quite frankly, because I feel like those people could make decisions quick and see results very fast. By having a better website that functions properly and is beautiful and easy to use and basically makes their phone ring. That's the long and the short of it. So that's where I'm going to focus my attention to begin with, and then once I get a really good grasp on that, I mean, I'll spend more time. I've got some friends in the medical field around here who are going to be hearing from me, but yeah.
It's interesting that you said getting the phone to ring, because in digital marketing, we can nerd out sometimes and really focus in on things like attribution, like which ad was it that caused the person to place that phone call or to submit the form. And like the reality is, it's usually a lot of different points, touch points, whether it's an ad or someone at the place, or you visited there, or there's a lot of different reasons or different ways that a brand can come into kind of like your thinking. And at some point there's that trigger mechanism, right?
Yes.
And as a customer, you'll take some action. But, we spend a lot of time thinking about attribution and how to account for which ads doing the best or which marketing collateral is doing the best. But in the end, I found that the clients, all they care about is their phone ringing. And so it's almost like this subjective measurement that's much, much better and stronger, a stronger correlation of how we're doing than, you know, the nerdy data attributions. Is my phone ringing more than it used to before I hired Array Digital? That's what it comes down to.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these people, I mean, they might be a specialist at HVAC, but they don't know anything about digital advertising, right?
Yeah.
And they're specialists what they do. We're specialists at what we do. And our job is to make their phone ring and get them high intention qualified leads.
Love
And
it.
as long as we do that, they're going to be happy and they're going to stay with us. And that's what's going to make it work, right?
You got it. Well, hey everybody, if you would like to talk to Joe, if you're in the medical field, law, or home services, and especially if you're in Roanoke and want to go for a really, really long run, there's Joe's information at the bottom of the screen. His email address is joe@thisisarray.com. Well, hey, Joe. I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Hang on.